Everything comes down to training.
One of the hardest things when trying to become successful is just beginning whatever the task at hand is. Let's say you're writing a paper for one of your classes, and the hardest part of that paper is just getting started because you don't know how to start, you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do. But once you get started, your ideas start flowing and your mind starts moving in a positive direction.
We're successful boys, and we're lucky boys to be where we're at.
It's the exact same thing with your goals. You have to go ahead and start. That way you can start thinking about ways to get stuff done because you've already started the process. It by no means has to be a challenging beginning. It can be as simple as writing down your goal every single day, and that being your start. You don't have to go ahead and put hundreds of thousands of dollars into your business plan or anything like that. Just make sure you know that you're committed to achieving your dream and start doing whatever it is you have to do. Whether that's reading about it or watching videos or learning more about the subject at hand, whatever the case may be, just go ahead and start working on your goals as soon as you possibly can.
Stuff that's worked for me might work for you.
And that way you're going to stay motivated as long as you can, because you're not going to get lazy if you do it every single day. And when you do start to get lazy, that's when you're going to start to fail. And when you fail, it's going to suck. It's going to hit you in the face and you're going to feel terrible. And you're not going to like that feeling one bit. But it's all about how you bring yourself up from those failures is what really makes you a successful individual.
Identifying who I am, and who I am is I need to talk about this.
A big movie comes out back in the days when I was wrestling with WWE, a WrestleMania match, anything big that would happen, I would always take a moment and I'd just remind myself, all right, I was evicted when I was 14. We were kicked off the island. We couldn't live in Hawaii. Had no place to live. A lot of shit happened. Then when I moved to Nashville, I was arrested multiple times by the time I was 16 years old. Like, I remember that. If I were playing on this team, which my skills are, what's that term? Oh, the shits. So I'll never play. But before I lace up, before I get on the court, before I play in these big games, before I go to the Staples Center, where history is there, those are historic walls there at the Staples Center. I would remember that, and it allows me then to be present in the moment and understand, holy shit, the stuff I have around me right now, this is the shit that I dreamed of when I was a kid. So I always remember that. What helps me is to keep the hard times in the front of my mind, because it allows me to go into these big moments that I've worked my ass off, and you guys have worked your ass off. It allows me to go into these big moments with a different perspective. What it also does for me, and again, this is what works for me.
You can't hold it in, you gotta talk about it. I went through it when I was 14, 15. On a teenage level, it's a whole other level of emotion and hormone and everything that they're going through, and the weight of the world is on teenagers' shoulders. I'm happy that this dialogue has kind of started over the past week, and because open dialogue period when it comes to mental health, especially when it comes to teenagers, but especially when it comes to guys, it is, for me, my job that, when you as an audience member, you spend your hard-earned dollars, it's not falling out of the sky, right? You gotta earn it, and then you come to a movie theater. My job to make sure that you leave the movie theater happy and feeling good. Now, there's beautiful movies out there where the endings aren't happy endings, and I can appreciate them. I just feel like for what the audience has expected from me over the years is, I got your back, I'm gonna make you feel good. You may cry in the movie, you may get angry. However, at the end of the movie, when the credits roll, you're gonna be happy.
Yes, because there was a time where I wasn't quite too sure if I was confident enough as to the why and why it was happening and what am I doing, because it wasn't very systematic. It's not like I had a big blueprint, because there really wasn't a blueprint for me to follow. I think all of it is connected. What I do love, I love whether it's acting or wrestling or producing, any of the other businesses or investments, it all just has to have a connective tissue to me. The gym for me and this physical activity for me is my anchor, and I always, I would recommend that for all of you guys in the room, is for us to find that anchor, whether it's hiking or biking or yoga or meditation or whatever it is. Because for me, the gym, or just some sort of physical activity, it anchors my day, and then it allows me to go on and work. Well, it's way more than just physicality.
Yes.
It's way more than just picking up a weight. It is my balance, it's my anchor, it's my spiritual anchor, mental, because what it allows me to do, it's the only time for me that, and we all need this, because this treadmill of life, there's no stop button, so it's so crazy. It just allows me to block out the noise and clear my head, think about what I need to do or accomplish, or think about the things I need to accomplish without the influx of information and people trying to tug at me and pull at me.
Absolutely.
I knew I wanted to be something, and it was important to me to be something. It was important to me that I didn't fail. But by the way, and if I did fail, at least what was also important was the lesson. And I didn't realize that until I got older, because you know, when you're in it, you're in the grind, you don't really recognize those things when you're younger, but I could recognize them now and the importance of them now. And just in terms of the drive and the determination, a lot of it was experience too. Get your ass kicked, get back up, and you put the gloves back on and you swing away. An entertainer, and I love the idea of that and what it meant. And when I was 8, I saw Indiana Jones for the first time, and I love that character.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.